Well, y'all, today is going to be an extremely busy day for me and Carrie.
Yes, indeed.
And the kids too.
Yep.
But honestly, at this point, when is it not?
Pretty much. That's a given right there. It's always something going on. Homestead
life, you know, building it from scratch, trying to live, trying to reclaim those simple things. Sometimes it's not so simple. Yeah. So
makes things a little complicated sometimes.
Yeah, speaking of complicated, yesterday was a doozy. Yeah. But today is a new day. Yeah. And we are very excited to handle business today.
Yes. Today is going to be a really, really good day. We had some rain this morning.
We did.
So it cooled off of the that heat wave that we have.
Yep.
And downside is it's a bit humid this morning.
Yeah, that's definitely the downside. There's always an upside, but there's always a downside.
It just depends on how you look at it, right?
Yeah.
It's your view of looking at things.
Yeah, and today we choose to look at things as it's positive, and we are going to completely kick booty and rock it out today because honestly, we don't have any other choice. No.
If you can't tell where we are, as well as from the video last time, we've got some chickens that need to go to freezer camp.
That's right. Yeah. We have 65 Cornish cross hens.
Yep.
And basically we have today and tomorrow to send them off to freezer camp.
Yep.
Yep. They are 8 weeks old. They are primed for the picking. And the reason why we got to get it done today and tomorrow is because we do have weekend plans. And honestly, we're down to the last bit of feed and we don't want to go and buy any more feed when it's their time anyway.
Correct.
So it's like, well,
it's either now or never, you know, in a sense. And we really honestly need to do it this week, regardless of anything that's going on. Mainly because just the type of breed that they are and everything. If we go any longer, we're going to have a huge likeliness of losing birds.
Yeah, that's actually very, very common. This particular breed, it's the Cornish cross. Yep. And essentially they are bred to grow extremely fast. But the thing is with that is that if they... Like the life expectancy out of these guys is like maximum 16 weeks. If you get them to 16 weeks,
16 weeks, you are
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Usually they start dropping with heart issues around 12 weeks, 10, and even 10. Yeah.
10 to 12 is when they really, really have a hard time.
Yep.
And we could try to get them up to 10, but the last time that we had Cornishes, we tried to stretch it for that last 10, and we lost quite a bit.
Yep.
And we don't want to have that same situation. You know, we've gotten all 65 to this point, and I don't want to have any more go.
Yeah, we learned our lesson. We learned our lesson. We're learning, friends. We're learning.
I won't stretch it any longer than I need to. They say 7 to 8 weeks. Today strikes 8 weeks exactly.
Yep.
So we're even pushing it a little bit past that time frame, but
yeah,
it should be all right.
It should be all right.
Should be all right.
Well, I want to assure you guys that in today's video, you are not going to be seeing any of the nasty bits. I understand that it's a very sensitive topic that some people are not interested in and don't want to see it. So even when I have shared it in the past, I've done it in such a way to where even the most squeamish people should not be too squeamish on watching it. So we've actually posted a couple of different videos on our channel before. Find it over at Gary's icon card over there if you guys are interested in watching it. Gary and I are very firm believers in knowing where your food comes from. It's a very rewarding experience, and we feel very good about it. And it's something that we're very proud to be able to pass on to our children and give them that life skill as well.
Correct. Well, birds are a really good way to get into the homestead life, and that's how we got into the homestead life.
Yes, yes. So, there is a thing called chicken math.
There is chicken math.
I Google it.
That's the math that don't math a lot of the time.
It just keeps growing and growing and growing. Well, let's go in here and take a look at these birds. Like we said, we have 65 of them, and essentially today and tomorrow to handle it. Yep. It's going to be Gary and I doing all of the work. I am recruiting our kids to help us out with pulling out the innards. Yep. I'm going to do all the chopping and, you know, actually getting it in the freezer. And Gary is going to be doing all of the dirty work outside using the chicken plucker and all that stuff. So we've got a couple of different workstations set up. We'll show you that here in just a second.
We got a lot to do. We can't sit here and keep on yakking about it.
We can't. Time to get moving. Time to get busy. Well, hello, chickens. You hop over.
And I know it's muddy in there. I have literally added so much straw in here. It's insane. It's insane over the amount of bales and bales and bales of straw. And every time I add it to it, they scoot it all the way to the back. And then they have the muddy floor again. And I'm like, what the heck, birds?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
So we want to grab the biggest ones first. That way we can give another day for the other ones, you know?
Yeah. Well, they all look pretty plump to me.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They are pretty big. Am I gonna be able to grab you guys without y'all going? I see you waddling around. He knows I'm going for him. This is a fatty.
All right, so we got our first 6.
Yep.
We're gonna take them up to the staging area, show you guys what we're working with, and then we are going to get extremely busy, and it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna get going.
Oh yeah.
It'll be nice. All right, so we got the kill cone set up right on over here. We've got our wonderful, wonderful chicken plucker right here that our good old friend and subscriber, Pops, thank you so much for this. This is super awesome. But he sent us this chicken plucker. It's got a watering system on the inside, as well as it's just a big bad boy. I know tomorrow. I really like it. I'm excited to check this guy out and see how it does. But we've got that all set up. It's pretty nice. But thank you, Pops. I'm excited. I'm super excited. We got our hot water station right here, so we can dunk them and loosen up their feathers before we go ahead and dunk them in the plunger.
So inside, Gary and I did play a little ring around the rosy, and we moved our round table out and put this long rectangular table in. I've got the knives there. They're all sharpened up and good to go. We've got our vacuum sealer and bags ready, and also some gloves. So everything is all set and good to go in here. It's just a matter of Gary and I doing the dirty work and getting her done.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I want to hear right now, drop it down in the comments section before we reveal how many we get done. How many of the 65 chickens do you think we're going to be getting done today? Are we going to get half done? Are we going to get less than half done? Are we gonna get them all done? Drop it down below, let us know what you guys think. And at the end of the video, we'll give you guys an update.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess,
you ready?
Yeah, now or never. So we gotta get to work. Catch you here in just a minute. As you guys can tell, there are no more Cornish hens inside our upcycled barn.
Nope, not at all.
Yep, we handled business and we rocked it out. We got it all done.
Yes, it was a lot of work, but you got it done.
So the first day that we were doing the butchering, we had to kind of like streamline it and figure out a way that would work out really well for me and Gary and for the 3 kids.
Yes.
I actually had to go through the butchering process with them one more time because we were going to be really relying on the kids' help.
Yes, we definitely needed every single one of the little hands that we could get on hand
Yep.
and on deck, and to be able to help us out with the butcher process.
Yep.
As well as it's a big learning curve for all of us, you know, to be able to do this as a family.
Yeah, I was joking with the kids. I'm like, all right, kids, well, today's homeschool lesson is anatomy, and today we are dissecting a Cornish bird, a Cornish chicken. And actually, they weren't squeamish about it. They had a great time. The way that we ended up doing it was Gary was set up to actually do the deed.
Yes.
And once the deed was done, we passed it off to the cone, let them drain. Once they were drained, we ended up putting them inside the boiling pot. And that was where Scarlett came in. Scarlett was dealing with the boiling pot. Once they were done and scalded and the feathers were loosened, we ended up taking them and putting them inside the chicken plucker. Gary and Scarlett chicken plucked them. And then from there, they went inside the house, and Abraham and Julia were with me as we did all of the gutting and then the butchering. Julia and Abraham single-handedly gutted every single one of those chickens.
Yes, and Julia was a big help with that process. She did not let us down whatsoever, which I'm
so proud of her.
Really, really proud and happy and thankful, and just very, very impressed that my oldest daughter was able to get in there and keep it going.
Yeah, the first day was a little slow going. I think we get 24 done the first day?
We got 24 done the first day. We would have gotten more done, but we did have a live to do. So we had to sort of stop, clean up, and get everything situated so we can go do our live and everything else like that. So we would have probably been able to do more than that. But it was a good day that day. That was the day that we figured out everybody's roles, because Scarlett was she did the butchering or the gutting aspect, but she didn't really like it. Yeah. So she came out with me and you know, dipped all the birds in the boiling water, even though it's not boiling. All right, it was only at 155, which is perfect temp. But yeah, we did that for a minute, loosened it up, and she was able to bring it on over to me into the plucker. So yeah, and it was a lot of back and forth. Yeah, a lot of back and forth on everybody's part, but it was good to get everybody in that first day a hang of what's going on, because the second day we killed it.
Literally. Literally. The second day we did about another 40.
Yes.
40.
It was 40 exactly. Okay. I thought we had 65. But somewhere along the line of having that many birds, one got counted again. Yeah. So it was only 64 in there, but hey, I was only off by one out of that big of a number, you know, and trying to keep track of everything. Not too shabby, baby, not too shabby. Not too shabby.
We did what we set out to do. We've got a lot, and I mean a lot, of homegrown chicken in the deep freezer. We're actually gonna go show you it all right now.
Yes.
And each bird ended up being about 4.5 pounds, give or take. Some were heavier, some were closer to that 4-pound mark. So we're just gonna give it a round off solid number at about 280 pounds worth of meat.
Yes.
And our deep freezer is stocked.
Our deep freezer is fully stocked.
Yep, check this out. Look at it, guys. So I got all of my wings here, all vacuum sealed, and I sectioned them out to where it's 6 wings per bag. For our family, we're probably gonna wanna pull out at least 2 bags for like an appetizer or something, but I did it that way because it was 3 birds on the table, and I knew, okay, when these 3 birds were done, we can pack them. And that also gave us 6 legs per pack, and that's perfect for our family's dinners. Now down here, we also have 6 breasts per pack, and that's perfect for our dinners. And that's why I kind of just decided to do 6 wings instead, you know. But all the way through, man, all the way through, deep down in here, there's like hardly any room, and it's full. 280 pounds worth of meat. I am so excited.
We now have a chicken freezer.
Now we have a chicken freezer. Homegrown, We raised it, we did the deed, we knew exactly how it lived, we knew exactly how it went, and this is probably going to be some of the healthiest meat besides that deer you got.
Yep, exactly. So I'm really, really happy for this this meat. That's a lot of hard work, and now we don't have to do that daily chore down there with the chickens either, which is awesome. That opens up that barn, or the reason why we built that barn.
Yeah, which is our goat.
Take us down another road.
We're gonna be getting that goat here pretty soon. We do have to do the deep cleaning down there. We're gonna have to get it an outside pen of some sort, so that way it's not just trapped inside that barn. But that will come at a later date. Today we just wanted to give you guys a quick update video, let you guys know exactly how everything went, and hear your thoughts. So drop it down in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you.
And until then,
we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.